At this point, how much do you have saved for retirement?
So I have a pension that's worth about $5 million.
10 million.
For retirement, I've probably got almost 100,000 saved already.
A little bit under 20,000.
Probably like 10,000.
Today we're asking the American public how much they have saved for retirement. Are most of them going to rely on Social Security to keep them afloat, or are they actually taking matters into their own hands? Well, let's find out together by doing what we do best and bothering people on the street. Are they going to be proud of their answers, or is this going to be a wake-up call? You're finding out with me on this week's episode of Let's Talk Numbers.
How old are you?
25.
25 as well.
25.
How much do you have saved for retirement?
I have a 403B because I'm a teacher. So I have like 25 to 30 right now saved.
So I actually work in financial planning, so this is something that I help other people with. Luckily, my dad helped me at a young age, so I've got a Roth, a traditional IRA, like a non-qualified account too. So like for retirement, I've probably got almost 100,000 saved already.
Y'all are well on your way to honestly being millionaires in the next 20 years. So you learn from parents. Where did you kind of pick up financial literacy to do that?
He's helped me a lot, and then I have a financial planner that helps me as well for investments.
What do you think is the most useful part about having a financial planner?
I think from my perspective of helping a lot of people, it's just they don't know where to start.
At what age would you like to retire?
Tomorrow. I think like 55 would be great.
Obviously 65 is the number everyone kind of thinks about. I'm thinking like 55 as well. Like I want to be able to travel and do things while my body's able to.
What does retirement look like for you?
I think it's being stable enough so you can enjoy and go travel, not work. I'm even like flexible being like part-time too.
Just the flexibility. I would love to be able to golf course all the time. Like that's what my ideal retirement is. So obviously that's an expensive hobby, so being able to save for that. But yeah, just living your best life and not like having the stresses of finances.
Honestly, this first couple gives me hope. We've got a teacher and a financial planner in their mid-20s already investing over $100,000 for retirement, which is actually very surprising. Over half of American households, 54%, report having no dedicated retirement savings, according to the Federal Reserve Survey of Consumer Finances. So these Gen Zers or Zillennials, whatever you want to call them, they are ahead of the game. But later on in this video, we are going to cover what kinds of retirement investing accounts actually exist. But for now, let's just recognize how important it is to get started. Obviously, by getting started early, this couple has time on their side. But now you might be wondering, is a comfortable retirement only possible if you start in your 20s? What are we gonna do about the folks who are older and who are just now starting to get serious about investing? If that sounds like you, let us know in the comments, but we talk to real people in that scenario.
What's your name?
Angel.
Angel, how old are you?
I'm 39.
How much are you investing for retirement?
Not as much as I probably should be. I'm ex-military, so I did have a retirement 401k thrift savings plan that did work. It was beneficial when I got out. I saw it there. I took some out, but some are still there. It's a little bit there, so I can kind of see it. Not as high a percentage as I'd like to be. I would advise the younger generation start early.
So what's your job now?
I'm a teacher, 6th grade middle school.
What kind of retirement account do you have?
401k right now, and then I guess your regular retirement plan. I'm not very literate with the financial. I just kind of go with what they go, but it's a 401k and then whatever that retirement plan is.
403B, something like that.
Like maybe
How much of your income goes into retirement?
10%. That was always what I was taught, 10%. Obviously, you do what you can afford.
How much do you have invested in retirement right now?
A little bit under 20,000.
So when it comes to being ready to retire, how much do you think you need saved to retire?
Man, it needs to be over 6 figures if I'm retiring. I'm thinking, I would say at least 80,000 minimum.
Okay, here, let me pull out a calculator to give you an idea of how much you can have saved at retirement. All right, so right now you said you had how much initially?
16,000.
16K right now?
Yeah.
If you retire at 65, that's 26 years of investing currently. If you invest into the S&P 500, like an index fund,
Big game.
average return has been around 10% a year over the last 30 years. What's the dollar amount of how much you contribute each month?
Each month, about 500.
500 a month? Okay. But if we calculate that out, by the time you're 65, you'll have $952,000.
And when you put that into perspective, look at that. Yeah.
Yeah. But the thing is, out of that amount, only 172,000 was your own money.
Okay.
And the rest is just interest.
That's crazy.
And
now that I see that, I mean, I've seen the graphs, but that,
for your life personally
Yeah.
too. So keep it up and contribute a little more. And if you work with a financial planner or advisor, they can help advise you on this as well, because I'm not a financial advisor.
Now, when I first understood the power of compound interest, like we just heard, it completely changed how I think about my money. Because now, every purchase has a hidden cost. Like I could go out and get a brand new car with a $500 monthly payment, or I could invest that same $500 every single month. And over time, that little difference isn't small, it is life-changing, like we just saw. And just for you watching, we actually linked the same calculator we used down in the description, so you can plug in your own numbers and see what a few $100s a month could turn into. So let's find out if other Americans have also caught that vision.
How old are you?
I'm 21.
And I'm 23.
Have you ever invested before?
No.
Not before, but I do since I started my job. Yes, they invest for me. I don't know anything about it though.
And what do you do for work?
I'm a teacher.
At this point, how much do you have saved for retirement?
Probably like 10,000
That's just through the company's
through the company,
retirement?
through personal savings, stuff like that.
At what age would you like to retire?
60.
As a teacher, I'm lucky. I'll probably get to retire before 60, so like 55 would be the perfect age for me.
And what are you getting your degree in?
Hospitality business.
What's the career path you're choosing?
I would like to do like hotel management, hopefully. I am gonna be working at a hotel this summer, so.
What is your occupation?
I'm in law enforcement.
At what age would you like to retire?
50, 55, 50, something like that.
As law enforcement, do you have a employer-sponsored retirement plan?
Yep.
What's that retirement plan called?
TCRS, Tennessee State Consolidated Retirement System.
How does it work? Does part of your paycheck go to it each month?
Actually, no, it's the state contributes on our behalf as part of a benefit. And then working for the state, you're eligible at 30 years. Once you do 30 years of service, or you're 60 years old, I believe.
So if you stay there for 30 years, then you're able to actually withdraw from that account.
You're 24.
6 more years, man. 6 more years. What would the nest egg be by the time you retire?
I don't know that much. I mean, the drawing will be probably 4,000 or 5,000 a month.
Oh, sweet. The withdrawal rate?
Yep.
That's pretty healthy.
Yep.
How much do you contribute to retirement outside?
Like $400 a month.
And then let the employer do the other part?
The state matches $100 a month.
When did you learn about retiring and investing, all that stuff?
Not early enough.
What's one thing you wish you knew about investing early on?
I would have done it when I was 18.
Starting earlier?
Yep, I'm 44, so
When did you start investing?
at 40.
But hey, thing is, like they say, it's never too late.
That's right.
What are your names?
Kim.
Andre,
What are your occupations?
I'm a manager and a school teacher.
What grade?
6th and 8th grade, ma'am.
And I do manufacturing work and I'm a CNA.
Hustlers, there we go. At what age would you like to retire personally?
Probably like 65, but I probably work way longer than that because I have a lot of friends that's retired, but they sit around and do nothing and they get a lot of ailments. You know what I'm saying? So staying active, I think is good.
I would say 60.
60, okay.
So I can enjoy myself. I don't want to get old and not be able to travel and do stuff. I want to be able to be functional and still moving around.
What does your ideal retirement look like?
Probably like in somewhere sunny, like in Florida, South Carolina, somewhere in there where I could fish. Maybe start a fishing charter or something like that.
Do more like a passion project.
Yeah, exactly.
South Carolina, anywhere warm, because we're from Michigan.
Do you invest for retirement through your employer?
Yes, I do.
used to 401k. Now it's just an IRA.
IRA.
Just your own IRA?
Yes, IRAs.
How long have you been investing for now?
Since my 30s.
At this point, how much do you have saved up for retirement?
I prefer not to say on YouTube.
We have kids, they might hunt us down.
If rough estimate, what percentage of your income goes to retirement?
Like 8%.
Right now.
Yeah, but same.
Now for that last interview, do you think an 8% contribution is enough? You can leave your thoughts in the comments. Either way, it sounds like people aren't convinced that Social Security is going to be around forever. According to a Fidelity investment study, 72% of Americans say they will retire on their own terms. But what exactly does that look like and how can we make that possible? I could go into all the investing mumbo jumbo like asset allocation and creating a portfolio, and I'll be honest, I did script out a few paragraphs about that, but I realized that is not the most important thing if your goal is to retire on your own terms. What's actually most important right now is making sure you have the money to start investing every single month. I've made videos and I'll continue to make videos about the other investing stuff, so make sure to subscribe. But for now, let's get into the most important and practical step for retirement investing. Right when this video is complete, I want you to look at your spending and ask yourself, how can I free up some cash so that I have more money money to invest? Should I pay off my annoying credit card debt so there's no longer a chunk of my paycheck going towards payments? Should I negotiate a few bills so I can free up some cash? Or if I'm not married, should I get a roommate so my rent payment is cut in half? Let's be honest, no matter your scenario in life, there's probably something you can do to lower your monthly expenses. Or if you're in the rare case where you've already cut back so much of your lifestyle, maybe it is time to look at your income. Is it about time that I ask for a raise? Should I pick up a side hustle maybe? Or should I start my own business to gain full control over my income? By making just a few lifestyle tweaks, I'm convinced you can find more margin to start investing every month. But here's what a lot of people are wondering. What is the minimum amount of money you should be putting towards retirement? Should I wait till I at least have $100 or $500 to start contributing? Let's see what the American public thinks.
How much do you have invested for retirement?
So far, nothing yet. We're getting there, but we got to look into it. Like, it's to invest in what's the best thing to invest in.
Are you guys married?
No.
Not yet?
Not yet.
Oh,
This is our first trip together, too.
do you have anything invested for retirement?
I have a pension. I started it a few months ago, so yeah. But I'm 24, so it's a good age to start.
Gotcha. I was about to ask, yeah, what are your ages?
I'm 22.
I'm 24.
This is the prime time to start investing, man. If you were to start investing today, how much could you start putting monthly to retirement?
I would probably start 100 a month into something that would invest in the compound, I guess.
Mine would probably be, I don't know, like 500 a month.
Yeah, honestly, a lot of people are trying to like wait till they're make enough to start investing, but heck, you can start doing that. Like you said, just with $100, even $50 to start. So
As long as you're doing something.
what's your name?
I'm Will.
How old are you?
I am 23 years old.
Have you started investing for retirement?
I have a little bit, yeah. I actually opened up a Roth last year, took some personal finance classes in college. My career right now, it doesn't support me much in money, so I only have about $300 to $400 invested in it.
What do you do for work?
I'm a professional golfer.
Can you drop a crazy stat for us that shows you're a professional?
I guess I shot 10 under last week in one of the rounds in my tournaments. Just getting
Dude.
started, so the money's not great right now. Hopefully it will be.
How do you get your income up when you're a professional golfer?
It's tough when you start out. The money's definitely not great.
So, okay, you got $300 invested right now in the Roth. Are you contributing monthly?
No, I put in 300. It was like a little graduation gift. I just threw it in there to open it up and get it started.
What do you think retirement looks like?
You know, you never know, because I mean, I'm 23. Let's say I retire in 40 years. Like, who knows what we'll need in our account to like live a secure life at that point. But honestly, I would say financial freedom. You know, I would love to have a plane one day and a yacht and a big house. But obviously, like being realistic, like I want to be able to live and not have to like work again after I retire. So if I had to put a value on it, I'd say $4 million.
Okay, so before we talk to someone who's actually ready to retire, I think you should know how I view retirement as a married dude who is also just planning for the future. I don't really think of retirement as stopping work. I think of it as a season of your life where you are now work optional. I would love to be at a point where I can take on meaningful projects because I want to, not because I have to. And at the end of the day, that's really what my wife and I are chasing. It's time freedom, time for our family, time to serve in our church and community, and the flexibility to live life on our terms. So here are the 4 big decisions I've made already to prepare for that kind of retired living. Decision number 1. Creating margin. We personally made sure that we were debt-free, we made sure we had a full emergency fund, and we made sure we had extra cash to put towards investing so that we could start saving for retirement peacefully. Decision number 2. We opened the best account for us. As someone without a 401k plan because I'm self-employed, the Roth IRA was my easiest and best choice to start investing into. If your employer has a killer 401k with a company match, that might be your best starting point. Ultimately, choosing the right account can have a big impact on taxes later on when it's time to withdraw in retirement. Decision number 3, buying investments that I understand. Now, you could be completely self-taught through YouTube University, by reading books, or by attending classes to learn exactly what types of assets you want to invest into. Or you could bring on a professional to help you understand, like a financial advisor, someone that is a fiduciary and is serving your best interests that also has the heart of a teacher. Decision number 4, automation. Investing consistently over the next few decades is going to come down to the systems that you've set up. By automating the transfer from your checking into your investing accounts and then automating the purchase of investments, you can reduce all the friction between you and saving for your retirement. And eventually, if you implement all the right habits, you can retire peacefully like this guy.
Do you have anything saved for retirement right now?
Absolutely.
Not yet, but I'd like to.
That's how old are you?
I'm 19.
49.
When did you start contributing to retirement?
Probably in my 20s, but I've gone through seasons of life where I've had to pull it back out and use it. And so this time, most of my retirement's in real estate.
When did you have to withdraw? Did you withdraw from a 401k?
Yeah, 401k, simple IRAs. I mostly run a SEP now.
How much of your income do you contribute each month for retiring?
Mine is not a monthly contribution. Mine's a per transaction contribution, but 20 to 30% into that or into real estate investment.
What age do you want to retire?
I'd like to retire maybe 60.
And what age are you planning to retire?
Probably a lot sooner than that, maybe in the next year.
What does retirement look like for you?
Just not grinding. I don't think you could ever stop working. I'd be bored to death, but just not the daily grind.
And how many real estate properties do you have?
Over 10 industrial properties.
What number do you think it takes to retire?
In Franklin or in the US?
Let's go with this town. This is kind of a higher cost of living town.
You got to be at least 8 figures to comfortably retire and not work here. I think you have to have a net worth of at least 10 million.
Now that was totally an outlier situation when it comes to retirement, but if you want to see other outliers and maybe other relatable Americans dealing with finances, click on this other video where I talk to people about their credit card debts. It gets pretty personal and very interesting, so give it a click and I will see you guys over there. Peace.